Hi, I'm Caitlin Jones at Microsoft. I want to introduce you to an exciting new gaming accessibility resource called the Gaming and Disability Player Experience Guide. The Gaming and Disability Player Experience Guide introduces developers to common barriers that players with disabilities can encounter while gaming, and it shares some best practices for removing those barriers. This guide is an introductory resource to help scope your accessibility goals. It is not meant to replace collaboration with the gaming and disability community. Let's take a look at what the guide covers. Barriers to access can exist when a game requires specific abilities that are mismatched with the player's abilities. For example, a game that requires quick, repetitive button strokes to defeat enemies may pose barriers for a player with weakness in their fingers, or a player with temporary situation like having a broken arm that prevents holding the controller with both hands. For each type of barrier, the guide provides general design concepts to help remove that barrier. For our previous example, the guide would suggest providing players an option to reduce quick taps or convert button presses to button holds, or even the ability to skip QuickTime events altogether. In the guide, common barriers to gameplay are organized into the following categories: visual, hearing, communication, cognition, mobility, sensory, and mental health. In each category, the guide calls out situational or temporary circumstances in which players may experience barriers as well. The guide highlights the wide spectrum of abilities that players may have. For example, the barriers a player without vision may encounter can widely differ from the barriers a person with color blindness may encounter, despite both being visual disabilities. The design solutions will differ as well. These differences are another reason why it's so important to include people with disabilities when designing and developing products. Illustrations in the guide can help clarify concepts or provide ideas that your team can implement. Thanks for learning a bit more about the Gaming and Disability Player Experience Guide. This guide can be downloaded at aka.ms/GD Player Experience Guide. This guide is a living document that we're always looking for feedback on. Please contact xaccess@microsoft.com with your thoughts or questions. Thanks!